With just 4,000 naira, let me show you how I made this thick 13 liters of liquid soap. I know that there are many liquid soap recipes online, and sometimes it can be confusing to know which one actually works, but trust me, this recipe gave me a very good result. That is why I decided to share it with you. So let's get straight into it. The first thing I did was to measure my water using a 3 liters bowl. I poured the water into a larger mixing bowl because I needed enough space to mix everything properly. After that, I added my nitrous into the water. This is one of the ingredients that helps give the soap a good consistency. I mix it very well using a stick. I prefer using a stick because it makes the mixing easier, especially when working with a larger quantity. I continued stirring until the nitrous was properly dissolved. This step is important because you want a smooth mixture without lumps. Next, I added my caustic soda and SLS. Once I added them, I continued mixing carefully. If you have worked with SLS before, you will know that it looks like a little tiny grain of rice. Because of that, you have to be patient and mix very well until everything dissolves completely. I kept stirring until the mixture became smooth and consistent. At this point, I could already see that everything was coming together nicely. Then I picked another bowl to prepare a second mixture. Into that bowl, I added my soda ash, my STPP. After that, I added my texapone and my sulfonic acid. These ingredients plays important roles in the cleaning power and the texture of the soap. I mixed everything very well until it would properly combine. Then I added the remaining 3 liters of water and continued mixing until there was no visible lumps. Once everything was fully dissolved, I poured the second mixture into the first mixture. Now, this is where the patience is needed. I stirred and stirred until the ingredients were properly combined. As I continued mixing, that the liquid soap was gradually becoming thicker. This is always one of my favorite parts because this shows that the ingredients are working together as expected. After mixing for some time, I added my foam booster. This ingredient helps to improve the foam and overall performance of the liquid soap. Again, I mix very well. When making liquid soap, proper mixing is very important. Rushing process can affect the final result. After that, it was time to add my color. I wanted a nice blue color, so I mixed my dye separately with water, adding it to the soap. This helps the color to spread well throughout the mixture. Then I added my perfume. This perfume gives the soap a fresh and pleasant scent when making it. I continued mixing until everything was fully blended. At this point, the soap was already looking very good. It was thick, smooth, and had a beautiful color. The next step is to cover the mixture and allow it to settle. I left mine for 6 hours, although 6 hours was not enough for me to check the results. You can leave yours for 12 to 24 hours if you have the time. Allowing it to rest longer gives the chemical more time to settle properly. When I checked it after several hours, I could see a little foam on the top. That is completely normal. If you still see the foam, you can simply leave it longer until the foam reduces. Finally, this was the result. A thick, rich liquid soap made with ingredients worth about 4,000 naira. Honestly, I was very happy how it turned out because it means I won't need to buy liquid soap for a while. The soap came out thick, looks beautiful, smells nice, and it should last for months depending on how often it is used. And that is how I made 13 liters of liquid soap with just 4,000 naira. Now you can see that my recipe is a little different from the ones you may have seen before. I would love to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying this recipe, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more recipes and helpful contents. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.